So Kevin Smith's He-Man series is back on Netflix with the sequel series to Masters of the Universe Revolution. But does this series have the power of Grayskull? Let us find out. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my review for Netflix's new Masters of the Universe series, Revolution. Yes, this is the sequel to Revelation. This is a 5-episode series, so rather short. Whereas Revelation was 10 episodes, we have 5 episodes here with this. I'm going to give you a quick story breakdown of what's going on without spoiling too much, I hope, and then tell you my thoughts on proceedings thereafter. So this series follows on from Revelation. We know where characters were left at the end of that. Skeletor with Motherboard. Skeletor had got an upgrade. And this series pretty much starts where that one finishes off. Teela is now the Sorcerer. He-Man's back in action as his normal self, Prince Adam. And things are as they normally are on Eternia. We start off with an action scene where a lot of heroes are included. He-Man saves the day and we start getting into the story. And this series wants to position itself into a different position by killing off the king. The king, He-Man's father, dies. He dies of an illness that they just cannot cure. Simple enough. So He-Man has to step up and become the new king of Eternia. Only he's not sure that it's something he wants to do. He doesn't think that he should wield that power as well as wield the power of Grayskull at the same time. And it steps into He-Man's uncle, a character by the name of Keldor, to take over. This is a character that comes out of nowhere, someone that we find a bit of a past about, that he was a sort of a child at the same time, but a bit older than Adam in their younger days, and he was sort of cast out to find a life of his own. Skeletor is working with the forces of evil, with Motherboard, and Hordak comes into the fray as well. Yes, Hordak from She-Ra, Princess of Power. He's there as well, and you have this kind of hierarchy with this Skeletor working for the Motherboard working for Hordak. But there's a bit of a past and a revelation, shall we say, as to who exactly Keldor is. Keldor, this is the new king who is kind of a plant and twists things and turns things, and you get an attack on Eternia, and you have the technology side of things taken over, essentially kind of Borgifying from Star Trek, Borgifying people. And while this is all going on, you have the sorcerer, Teela the Sorcerer. She's on her own journey of change, and she wants to bring back Preternia. Eternia's heaven. You have Subternia as well, hell. But she wants to bring back their heaven. If you remember at the end of the last series, that was kind of destroyed by Evil Lyn. Evil Lyn comes back into the fray as well and works with Teela, the Sorcerer, to help bring about change and bring back Preternia. Heaven for those souls, for those lost souls. Now, the episodes are kind of split between these characters. For about the first 3 episodes, you have Teela and Evil Lyn off on their own. I should just call her Lyn now. Doing their thing, while He-Man and his people are doing his thing. Skeletor, obviously, he's up to no good with Hordak. Then he finds something out about his past that has an impact on him and everything going on, and his connection to Hordak as a younger person. And there's all this kind of a revelation. There's still a lot of revealing going on in this series. So I'm not going to get any more into it. I will say that the series does end with a tease of further to come. Now, the first series was very divisive. It was it kind of upset a lot of people. I didn't really have an issue with the first series, so much so in fact that I enjoyed the first 5 episodes. I enjoyed that He-Man was taken out of the fray and we got to focus on some of the other characters that we may not have got to focus on had He-Man been there. He then came back into it in the second part of that, second 5 episodes. And at that point, I kind of felt a dip in the quality to the series. But this series here, this 5 episodes has it's hit the ground running. I mean, it is very good. There is obviously you got the overall big story. Now, one complaint I will have is that 5 episodes go very quick, and you're telling this grandiose story, this kind of an attack on Eternia. An invasion, if you will, and it's told very quickly. This series could have done with being a little bit more stretched out. I don't want to say 10 episodes, but certainly 2 or 3 more episodes would have certainly benefited and given you a bit more time to explore goings on. You have a good voice cast in this one. There is voice actors that are changed up from the first. Melissa Benoist joins the cast as Teela. It was Sarah Michelle Gellar in the first series. Obviously, we have Mark Hamill back as Skeletor, fantastic. Tony Todd, he's there as Scareglow. Gates McFadden from Star Trek fame, she's there voicing the Queen. Lena Headey, Game of Thrones, she's back as Lynn, Evil Lynn. Meg Foster voices the Motherboard. Now, Meg Foster is a character, or is an actor who was actually in the 1987 Dolph Lundgren Masters of the Universe movie as Evil Lynn. Keith David, he once voiced Spawn. He's there voicing Hordak, and Hordak in this is a great character, really good, and you know, and that character when compared to Skeletor, being it's Mark Hamill and his voice, Skeletor very much does come off like a Joker, whereas Hordak does come off as a lot more villainous than what Skeletor actually does. Lena Headey is back voicing Evil Lynn in this. Lena Headey from Game of Thrones fame. So there's a lot going on. Now, not only that, we also get Orko meeting up with Gwildor. Yes, the character Gwildor, which is the sort of goblin, elfy type of character from that 1987 Masters of the Universe. He comes into this as well, and through a couple of lines, it is kind of insinuated that possibly that 1987 movie is in continuity somewhere. It's kind of given a little wink to, shall we say. So great stuff. Now, I was expecting maybe She-Ra to turn up, considering that you were using the character of Hordak, who is primarily one of She-Ra's villains, as well as other villains from the She-Ra pantheon. I was expecting her to turn up. Unfortunately, this didn't happen, but I wouldn't mind that happening in a future series if, you know, we do get another season for this. So the animation style was nice. The colours vibrant. Like I said, a great voice cast. It flows very well. This is far better than what Revelation was. Revolution is a step up beyond that and back to what He-Man should necessarily be. By the end of it, He-Man and Teela the Sorceress do get an upgrade. The He-Man upgrade, I can't help his feeling it is somewhat inspired by Dolph Lundgren in that movie, just a lot more gold, shall we say, but he's got the flowing cape, he's got shoulder pads and this sort of thing that Dolph Lundgren had in that film, and the hair as well is longer, so I do feel that there's a little nod there to that film as well. So for me, I really enjoyed this series because I do enjoy the world of He-Man. I think there's a lot of interesting characters visually in the pantheon of He-Man. Okay, they're all great toys. I can't knock that. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had no issues with this whatsoever, other than I think that it was somewhat rushed and could have been a bit longer. So I hope that they maintain this and that we do get another series, because it's certainly set up. and I'd like to see where that goes. So that's my thoughts on Masters of the Universe Revolution. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below if you watched it, what you think about it, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and goodbye.